Hey guys, it's Sydney.
And Andy.
We're back for week, what is it, 25, 26?
Yeah, we're getting there. It's been a long time, it seems like.
I know. That's like crazy.
Right?
I'm very committed. So to
Yeah.
big week this week, I feel like. There's just a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Every
Considering that our two winter teams are horrible, we still have some excitement in Philadelphia sports going on right now.
you, plenty. Every time I pick up my phone, it's something new. I'm like, oh my,
Yeah.
I don't know how I can't keep up.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Let's start with let's get the not so fun stuff out of the way so then we can just really enjoy ourselves at the end. That's
Okay.
Is that how you eat your meals? Like when I eat dinner, I eat my least favorite things first.
Yeah, so then they're out of the way. You don't have to worry about eating them.
Is that what you do, or am I weird?
Well, no, that's kind of what I do.
Yeah. Have you ever had rice?
Yeah, I've had rice.
I was just saying what a picky eater you are, and then I was like, wait, I don't think I've ever seen him eat rice.
I've had rice, yes.
Okay. I was just curious. Um,
White rice. I've had the
what's your favorite?
I don't know. The white rice is okay.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah,
What's not to like?
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the Phillies. They're gearing up. They're finding their groove slowly but surely. 14 days out from opening day. Shout out to Kevin, who's at spring training, probably currently, because
He is?
yeah,
Oh, good for him.
I know. He's a loyal listener. He texted me and said, I'll let you know how spring training is. I'm going next week.
That's awesome. I don't did he go with Dennis?
I'm not sure. I didn't ask that, but I probably should have.
Yeah, I could see him and Dennis doing that.
That would be so fun.
Dennis is a big baseball
Maybe
guy.
we could catch the invite next year.
Well,
And
maybe. You have to put it in his ear.
I just did pitch the idea. Do you have any hot takes about that?
What about like I said, it's hard to tell, right? Because they say they're gonna change the lineup, and then the one game I watched, their whole what would be their starting offense, their starting lineup was playing that day, and they batted Schwarber first. They didn't have Turner first. They didn't have they didn't have Harper second. They didn't have the lineup like they said. So who knows what they're doing? But they're
Yeah.
you know the pitchers are starting to stretch out. I think they'll be going to like 90, 85, 90 pitches in their next start or two right before they get to the season. So you know we'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be a long year.
It always
It,
is. It's
it's going to be long.
far too long for my liking.
Yeah.
Can't keep up. Okay. Um, in more positive news, the Union had a
Off
two
the 3-0. Yeah, off the
oh,
3
they're
and 0.
3-0 now.
Yeah.
So when we talked, they were 2-0 over the weekend. Now they must be on a what, 4 game win streak?
No, they're on a 3-game win streak. They started the season 3-0.
Oh, and they had the okay. So
Yeah.
anyway, fun fact, this is the first time in franchise history that they've won the first 3 matches.
Which is crazy. They got a new coach. They had a rough end of the year last year. They got a new coach. They lost some players. You wouldn't have thought that they would have started off like that, but their goaltend has been pretty good. And yeah, they're scoring. So
I know, kind of something to look forward to.
yeah, like I like watching, listening to them.
We went to
Yeah.
a Union game.
Yeah, it was fun.
Those people are crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a high school football stadium.
Yeah, it's a little different environment. Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah. But I think it could be fun, you know.
It's fun. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but the fans are just a little too sensitive, I would say. You know?
They scream for a lot of
Yeah.
penalties.
Like the
A lot
referee
of
has a job
yeah,
to do.
yeah. But I don't know why that is. And I don't know if it's like that in soccer everywhere you go.
I'm gonna say yes.
So, you know.
They are.
But yeah, and they're off to a start, and it gives you something else to do.
Now on the flip side, some unfortunate lose. I mean news. I mean it does have to do with a lose. The Flyers. Last time we talked, they were on a 4-game losing streak. I'm not sure where. Oh, okay. It's
It's
even worse.
five now.
Five, three, five. I can't talk tonight. What's going on?
I don't know.
I just have too much in my brain. I already know. 5-game losing streak, so that's very
Yeah,
unfortunate.
like right before that, they were like 500. Remember, I said that I forget how many points at
Mhm.
a wild card they were. There was a bunch of teams in front of them, but now I think that they made a couple trades and they went the other way. So we're really stuck with both of our teams that play in that building.
We're not bringing the other team up this week. We already talked about that.
Yeah, well, like they're both of them teams are not going to make the playoffs this year.
No.
So you know
It looks
we're
like
down to the Flyer, we're down to the Union and the Phillies.
the Flyers seem to really be struggling offensively. Just looking at game footage and
Yeah,
statistics, like they just can't make any plays.
yeah, it's really hard to watch, man.
It is.
Yeah, it's really hard to watch. I
Yeah.
give the Flyers faithful a lot of credit for being able to watch them games.
We've all been there.
But with the Eagles, it's different because it's only 16 games.
Okay, but just it's only 16 games, but there's so much more on the line in those 16 games. Like,
Yeah, but it's only 16 games. So
feels
if you're a hockey fan, it's 3 games a week. Yeah, it's a lot of games.
that's a
It's
lot of
80,
dedication. You're right.
it's 82 games. That's a lot of dedication, man. And they've been losing a lot for years and years. And they looked like they were on the upswing, and those people got the rug pulled out from under them, and now
I'm really happy we're a football fan because I just don't think I could keep up with everything else. That would be crazy.
well, when you're a little busy, so you don't really have time. But when you're me, time is the one thing I do have.
Yeah, you're busy. You work out, you go on bike rides, you go golfing,
Yeah, but all that stuff is done before game time normally. You know what I mean?
you hang out with your friends,
Yeah,
you do things.
yeah.
Um, okay. Let's
So yeah, it's not going to be it's not going to be good for that team. So we just got to look forward to next year, and hopefully they can build on whatever they did this year.
words of advice from Dad. Okay. Free agency. It has been
A crazy week.
really crazy. I feel like we're in, I don't know, a
The
different
middle of the season with no games being played.
as Howie
Right?
Roseman slept a single minute in the last 5 days.
Probably not. It's just
I cannot
it's
imagine.
funny, right? Because the league year started today at 4 o'clock is when the 2025 season started. So they had that what they call legal tampering,
Mhm.
where the players could talk to teams, their agents could talk to teams and get stuff figured out. And that started Monday at noon. And by like 12:30, all these deals were done. And even before that, like I'm sure it's on your list there. Yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about him, but free agency is just crazy. Everyone going everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know.
Everyone going everywhere. All teams have lost players that they wanted to keep and got players that they I mean, not all teams got players.
Let's start with not directly related to us. So that's Sam. it's Darnell or is it Darnell? I always say it wrong.
Sam Darnold.
Darnell. Darnold?
Darnold. Yeah.
No. See, I even wrote it down wrong. I can't remember it. So he's no longer playing for the Vikings. He got a deal with the Seahawks.
Yeah, he got a
So
good deal with the Seahawks. Good
what
for
are we
him.
thinking that that's going to do to the Vikings organization?
So I think we should talk about what that does for Seattle.
I
And,
think it's great
and
for Seattle.
if he can, listen, he had one good year. He was a very high draft pick for the Jets. And the Jets kill quarterbacks now. That's what they do. They're the new Cleveland Browns. They just if you're a quarterback, you go to the Jets, your career's over. It's the way it seems.
Okay.
It's just the way it seems. So him going to Seattle, hopefully, he'll be, he'll he'll be a good player and he'll be productive. For
I,
Minnesota, you don't know what it does to Minnesota yet because Minnesota still has that quarterback that they drafted last year in the first round, the kid from Michigan. They have him on their roster. He got hurt last year. That's why Darnold was really in that spot. And now they're talking about Minnesota possibly, and this would be great, signing Aaron Rodgers.
isn't he like 80? Like, what are we still doing with this guy?
Well, he's probably closer to my age than your age.
I'm confused. I haven't heard his name. I could have sworn I
So he was still with the Jets. He got released today because that's when
didn't
everything
he
really
play
became.
for the Packers?
But he went to the Jets last year. He
Oh,
played 2 years with the Jets.
even
He
know.
got hurt the very first game he played for the Jets. He got hurt on the third play of the very first game in a Monday night game last year. He
So
didn't play it all last season. Then the season had just ended. He was their quarterback, and
like sometimes you just need to know when to be done.
who cares?
Well, good for them. I hope
We
he
don't have to worry about him.
is
He's not
amazing.
coming here. So he could go to Minnesota. I don't know what that would do for him or for them.
I
Because
don't think Minnesota's gonna be. I was nervous about them this past season. I'm not even gonna bat an eye this season. I don't think anything good's coming of that.
well, they won 15 games last year.
This is a new year.
They've won a lot. Like they've been a very, very good team for 4 years, 5 years. Like they just can't get over that hump. So I'm not saying they're not going to be not good. They're going to be a team that's going to be in the playoffs. And they have a good defense. It means a lot. I'm telling you, it means a lot.
Hey, we learned. Okay, next on the irrelevant list, and I don't even want to talk about this guy, but we should. The money hungry Miles Garrett. Thank God we didn't get him. We dodged a bullet. Who did he go to? Cleveland.
Yeah, he stayed with Cleveland. The
Uh,
guy that wanted to go to a contender. It's not about money. I want to go to a contender. So Cleveland threw a bunch of money at him before free agency even hit and before he even really tried to get a deal done. And he jumped on it and took the money and ran. So,
that's
yeah,
exactly what I was trying to say. We don't have
good riddance to him.
anybody
Listen,
like that on our team.
all I said last week was he's a really good player. And if you got him, if he came and played for your team, you would love him. It didn't happen. So it's better for the Eagles because I think it would have put them in salary cap hell in 2 years or 3 years,
For a guy who only cares
which
about money.
you
Nope.
could see they're almost in salary cap hell now the way free agency is going.
Yeah. I guess let's just get into it. Um, I want to start off with Kenny Pickett.
Why can't he pick it?
I don't know. I just
I
feel
feel bad for that guy,
I
man.
know. Lifelong Eagles fan, we found out through research.
Well, you found out
Some
from
of us.
research.
I was getting him and Tanner McKee confused.
I know, I got it.
Classic mix-up.
So I just feel like Kenny's career has probably Kenny probably reached the pinnacle of his career in February, and he's going to have a rough time from here on in. He's going to bounce around the league. Hopefully, he makes it 6, 7 years and gets some money and gets a pension with him. You know,
Wish nothing but the best for him,
yeah,
truly.
yeah, I got no problem with him. I
Good.
mean, but his life is not going to be going to Cleveland. It's like,
That's
yeah, it's
I
like going
can't
to work.
imagine having to go to Cleveland.
Yeah, it's like going to work.
That's a nightmare.
You might as well be a construction worker.
There's like a few places I hope to never go to in my life. Ohio as a whole is one of them.
Well, I've been to Ohio. It's
And
where
what,
the Hall of Fame is.
yeah.
It's in Canton.
And what are your takeaways?
It was nice.
Wow, okay.
I
Well,
was in Canton. I didn't go into Cleveland. I've never been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Never been.
I'm
We
sure
drove there.
you
We
did.
hung out in the parking lot playing cornhole and drinking, and we went to the Hall of Fame, and then came home.
We're gonna have to go to Cleveland amongst other places
Yeah, you don't want to go.
that I don't want to go.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all a part of the plan.
So Pickett is in Cleveland.
Who do you want to do next?
Darius.
Uh, another place I never want to go. Frickin' Pittsburgh. Oh my. Talk about two nightmares,
Didn't
truly.
another one of our players go to Pittsburgh?
I think so. Like very.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who I might have a picture of it, but
Was it Gamewell?
uh I can't be
I
sure.
think Kenny Gamewell went there.
Either way,
I
I am
could be wrong.
so upset to see Slay go.
Well, like I said, man, he's getting kind of old. Um, they really probably couldn't get the money figured out, and you know, it just
I'm upset. But hey,
that's where it's all money because that, like I said, Darius Slade, like he made more than they wanted to pay him. He spent a lot of time in the tent this year.
did say that.
He's I just think he got it. Like that was a guy you had to move on from. Isaiah Rogers, I'm not so sure about.
So now he's with the Vikings.
Isaiah Rogers went to the Vikings.
Yeah. And I think that's gonna sting a little bit. I think
I think
he's a big asset to that
the
organization.
thing about him that kind of bothers the Eagles fans is he's someone you could have got pretty cheap. Like there wasn't, so that what makes you really wonder when you start seeing someone that, like you could have got him pretty cheap, and they must really have more salary cap problems than yeah, or just the stuff that's going to happen in the next year is just kind of locking them down this year.
Yeah, I think we need to just trust in the experts.
So you can't just trust in them. You have to question. You just have to question, right? You should question everybody when it comes to stuff like that. Your politicians, you question. You question the people that run the stuff that you're interested in. Otherwise, you just get even though you could question it all you want, right? Or you
Don't
could
be wise, Dad.
whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Like they
Don't
don't
lie
listen.
to your face.
Yeah, they don't listen to anything we say. They have their own. So yeah, you have to trust that he's going to make the right decision, but doesn't mean you can't question it.
Fair. Wow.
Like I said, I think one of the things we're feeling a problem with is getting rid of Hassan Reddick, bringing in Bryce Huff, and that guy showing nothing. Like that is a big problem that could really yeah, I'm sure when they signed him last year, they kind of had an idea that they were going to lose those two guys, Milton Williams and Josh Sweat. And
Uh,
they probably thought that he would be able to pick up some of the slack. And now I'm sure they're probably a little concerned.
I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Every day I check and it's just they're dropping like flies. What is
yeah,
even of our team?
we lost. So we lost Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, CJGJ, right?
Yeah, that was just in the t between the time we talked to and now,
Yeah, yeah.
what a
They
night.
lost. Yeah. Isaiah Rogers, like just
There's talk of Goddard being done.
being traded. Yeah. So so listen, here's all I could tell you. Milton Williams, very good player. Was it was played very good for us the past couple years. Helped us win a Super Bowl. I'm asking you right now, would you give Milton Williams 26 million bucks and then let Jalen Carter walk next year?
After next year?
You get Jalen Carter for one more year and Milton Williams for four. Or you let Milton go and you get Jalen Carter for 5 more years.
Isn't Jalen Carter old?
No, he's number 98.
Yeah.
No, he's a third year guy, second year guy.
Yeah. Okay, well, I would stay true to Carter.
He's the beast on the defensive
Yeah.
line. He's the
Yeah.
reason the defensive line goes,
I know
right?
your favorite picture.
Yeah, my favorite little video of the Super Bowl, him punching. I love that. I watched it today. I did for only for a couple minutes. You want to say it?
Oh, I see it's in my
so
head. I'm seeing it.
so that kid's a beast. So you have to make sacrifices.
And
You can't you can't sign everybody. You
who's
have to make sacrifices.
Jomo?
Well, you got a Jomo
Who could
that play.
replace?
Well, he's gonna get some snaps. You still have Jordan Davis. I'm sure there's still going to be some defensive tackles that they bring in that are not as high priced as Milton Williams, and then you're just going to have to hope that you know you're going to hope that Bryce Huff plays better, Jalen Carter plays the way he did, Jordan Davis can pick up an extra 15 snaps, right? Ojomo can pick up his play. And then you get Jalen Hunt. You still have N'Kobe Dean. You still have Nolan Smith. I mean, they have, the one good thing I think is they still have big playmakers at every level. They have a big playmaker at linebacker. They have playmakers at safety, playmaker at cornerback.
For now.
So, well, Quinyon's not going anywhere. Cooper isn't going anywhere. Blankenship's not going there. Zach Bond is signed. They got some good defensive, like,
Okay.
and the people they bring in are just going to have to step up. I don't know if they can or not. We don't know who they are yet. So,
They
you
won't.
know,
Did you like what I sent you this morning about Milton Williams
yeah,
topping Tom Brady's
which is crazy.
salary? That's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, it's crazy that Tom Brady never made 25 million bucks.
Damn, that guy
That's
sucks.
insane. That's insane. That guy won 7 Super Bowls, never made $25 million with the Patriots.
Hmm.
I think I'm almost positive that Tom Brady was never the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well,
Cool.
one of the things he always would negotiate his contract to keep salary to help with salary cap and this and that, right? And he kind of saw the fact that one player making like
Isn't
Dak Prescott making the kind of money he makes hurts the Dallas Cowboys.
huh. This is
You
really
know what I
changing
mean?
perspective on Tom Brady a bit.
Well, yeah, because all he wanted to do was win. Like
I'm having
he,
like a whole revelation today.
yeah, all he wanted to do was win. Yeah, Tom Brady was, never the highest paid quarterback. I don't know how any quarterback in their right mind could go in and say, I got to make more money than Tom Brady. Because none of them have ever put up the stuff that he put up.
You don't deserve to make more money than Tom Brady.
Well, that's what I would think.
These
And I,
organizations should be like, unless you're going to play like Tom Brady, I'm not giving
yeah,
you 25 million.
or when you bring me 3 Super Bowls, then we can start talking about you making
Yeah,
more than
then we can
right?
increase that
Right.
pay.
Like Patrick Mahomes could make more than him. You know what I mean?
No, actually, you lost me there.
Oh my God.
No, no.
I know.
Jalen, we'll see how this season.
Maybe someday.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on him for next year because the defense is not going to be as good. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on that offense to score points and to keep the defense out of trouble.
That's like
So
making
they're going to have to,
me to think about.
huh?
It's making me queasy.
Why?
I don't know. It's like anxiety for him
Why?
to be really good.
Yeah, I don't think that stuff bothers him. I think, like I said, I feel like he can play any kind of game they ask him to play.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I really feel like you've had me at like every different emotion today.
Why?
I don't know. You're just like changing my mind and making me think about all these different things. It's really eye-opening, truly.
Yeah. So here's something. The Eagles are the only team as of right now to not sign a free agent.
And what does that have to do with things?
Well, they lost all those players and they didn't really bring anyone in. They had a couple trades. Yeah,
Yet,
they traded CJ for that offensive
is
lineman. Excuse me.
it too late to bring somebody in?
Well, no, free agency just started today. You got I don't know how long it goes for. Yeah, and I'm sure they'll wait till they can get some guys for a little cheaper. You know what I mean? That's where they're at. They got. I'm assuming Howie's got to put some money away for next year.
I hope.
Yeah, I think that's what you're looking at because, like Milton Williams got. I don't know. He got $104 million. I don't know how much of that was guaranteed.
Hmm.
You know, Josh Sweat got 41 million guaranteed. Like it's a lot of money that they couldn't spend on them guys. And it's a shame to see them go, but
That's life in the big.
it's all about money. That's the part of the sport that's yeah,
It's a
hard
bummer.
to do it. Yeah, the
Yeah,
money.
it is a
And you
tough.
can't blame a player for going somewhere when they throw them kind of numbers at them, man.
I don't know. I think it depends.
No, it doesn't depend.
It does though. Because if I really loved a team, like I would only want to play for that team.
But
I
they're
give me $1 million just to be on your team.
it's not you're not like that. It's not like that when you're a player.
I know. In a perfect world, though.
When you're a player, you're trying to make a living. That's your job,
Yeah.
right? It's not personal for them. It's a job. It's personal for the fans,
It's always
right?
personal, Dad. One thing about anything, it's always personal.
Well, it's personal for the fans.
A job is a job.
A job is a job.
I really get that.
So that's and like I said, if the Eagles offered you 5 million and the Buccaneers offered you 8 million, And you do that for 4 years, and that's an extra $12 million. How are you going to walk away from that?
What am I doing with $12 million?
Oh, if you get it, I'll show you. It's just the way it is, man. You can't spite them for money.
No.
And you can't blame the team if they can't sign someone over money. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can blame the team if they've mishandled the salary cap and they jam themselves up, which Howie has not done. Howie's been really good at the salary cap and signing players. So yeah, I think the problem is he hit on so many draft picks over the last 4 years that they couldn't just keep signing all those
This
guys.
is what I was just gonna ask. What do our draft picks look like?
What do you mean?
What numbers? Like what number pick are we?
32.
Okay.
So 32, 64. So you're the last pick. It goes by how you finished. So since we finished winning the Super Bowl, best team in the NFL, we pick last. The team with the worst record picks first. And then in the second round, that team picks first in the second round, and we pick last in the second round.
Wait,
Now, they might have a couple picks in there that they traded for, they got. Yeah.
I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So you won't even know, like I said, right now you're going through free agency. Now they know what they need to replace. They've been picked clean. The cupboard's bare. They know what they got to go shopping for, and they know what they can spend. Right.
Uh-huh.
So they'll fill in a couple spots, and then you'll look and you'll try and figure out. Yeah, the draft will come, and they'll get some draft picks or whatever, and then there'll be a second wave of free agency where they just pick up like older players and just hopefully just plug them in for a year and they get some production out of them.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's kind of how it's going to roll out.
Well, it's officially time for our favorite segment of the night.
Oh
Phillies.
my God.
Phillies. You ready?
Yeah.
Have this ready to go for you. Don't forget, you need to describe what this is like.
Uh,
All right, can you see that?
yeah, I say it.
All right.
Nah.
So,
Nope.
what's he wearing?
Nope. 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 No. He's wearing like white sneaks, white shorts, a white
Khaki.
shirt, khaki shorts, a white t-shirt with a blue shirt tied around his neck with his, the sleeves coming down,
Sweatshirt tied around his neck like a
and he's
cardigan.
got a watch on. The watch is really nice, right? From what I could say,
And I'm pretty
but
sure that's an Apple Watch.
so yeah, even the watch isn't that
Or it
nice.
could be a Rolex. The world may never know.
So nah, it's just
Rate the outfit.
too preppy.
Okay. Andy's not a fan.
Yeah, too preppy. You
Okay.
know, if I think he overdid it with that thing wrapped around his neck. Like, come on, man. Evidently, it's not that cold out. Why are you doing that?
Do you know where they are? Based
I
on
have no idea.
you've never seen the Rainbow Wall?
The what?
Rainbow Wall?
No. Where's
Charles.
that? Where
Charles.
is it? Charleston?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Who is it?
So is he a current player in Philadelphia?
Yes.
It's Jason Bohm.
No.
What sport does he play?
Football.
Football.
I'm cracking up. This is hysterical. I love what we do.
Does he play in Philadelphia?
Yes.
And he's playing now?
Oh yeah. I see the
I
link. her
I
name.
can't tell. I
Okay.
can't tell.
Me and Megan ate our words big time this season with this guy.
Is that my boy?
Yeah.
The kicker?
Yep.
Jake?
Yep.
Well, Jake's got to lose the sweater. Otherwise,
Your advice, lose the sweater.
or
That's
whatever that
really
thing is.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just doing too much.
Yeah. What do we know?
I don't know anything. Look, I just wear Eagle stuff, whatever.
Okay. Well, that's really all the time that we have. So it's been another great week chatting. I'm
Thanks for listening.
We're gonna have a million things to talk about next week. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It's gonna be great. Thanks for listening, everyone. Like us, comment if there's anything you want us to talk about. Leave a review, yada yada.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Be
Bye.
careful. Go birds.
Love you, go
Love
birds.
you, babe. Say bye.
Bye.